preparation, basically, we've turned on the avionics, or turned on the 2 battery
November 48
switches.
Whiskey, runway 27, taxi via Foxtrot.
We're going to go ahead and fuel on board sync. Got 193 gallons currently. For a flight plan, we're just coming back to Lexington, so we'll just type that in quick.
Okay.
And short memory, I already forgot what this was.
Visibility 10, skies clear, temperature 28, 2.19er, altimeter 29er, 89er. Visual approaching east, landing and departing runway 22. Notice airman, runway 4 approach lighting system unserviceable. Hazardous weather information for Kentucky and surrounding states available on flight service frequencies. Advise on initial contact. You have Tango.
Tango. Lexington clearance, Epic 278 Tango Foxtrot. Will be a local VFR flight up to 16,500 Northwest practice area. Request flight following. Meantime, we'll get some air moving. So we'll turn our strobe lights on. This is really easy.
278 Tango Foxtrot, listen clearance. What's, I believe you said you're an Epic. What's the 4-letter identifier for an Epic?
It's actually just Echo Papa India Charlie.
Hard, thanks.
Go ahead and we just push these buttons in order basically for start, so.
Well, that is easy.
Yeah. So we're kind of looking at some amount of oil pressure. We need a minimum of 12% NG. Our ITT is plenty cool from the last engine run, so we'll introduce fuel. And then we're just monitoring.
278 Tango Foxtrot, maintain VFR initially at or below 3,000. Departure frequency is 120.15 and squawk 4555.
So after start, basically we feel the air start moving. It's changed the starter into a generator. And then to turn on our systems is the second row of buttons, all in order. It's right down the list.
That's insanely easy.
Maybe click a taxi light on, prep for that, set our flaps for takeoff, turn our air conditioner on, kick our fans up a little bit. And if we push the takeoff go around button, we get a checklist up here. It's all green with the exception of it says we have a PFD alert still. So if I clear that message out, that goes away. We're ready for takeoff sitting right here on the ramp.
Oh my God.
That's how simple this airplane is.
That is very simplistic. That's very, very easy. Very intuitive. I like it.
Yeah. We'll grab...
and did you press and hold that takeoff button, or it?
The go around, yeah, the takeoff go around.
Because I noticed the takeoff like checklist went away up there.
Correct. Yep.
Sorry, Tango Foxtrot. Sorry if you said it. I missed it. Just prep option Tango in when you are ready to taxi.
And 278 Tango Foxtrot, we do have Tango, and we are ready to taxi from Airmart.
278 Tango Foxtrot, runway 22, taxi via Charlie Alpha.
Runway 22 via Charlie and Alpha 8 Tango Foxtrot. Okay, so now that we're ready to taxi.
Tango Foxtrot, I'm in your outside altitude. I'll maintain 5,000.
5,000, 8 Tango Fox, thanks. We'll just push both of these forward. So that's basically going to high idle, taking the propeller out of feather and moving us toward go, if you will.
Okay.
As soon as we start moving, we can raise this and bring it into the beta or ground fine range to kind of control our taxi speed.
Okay, and did you say the nose gear is free castering?
It's steerable, but it can also break out and caster. So when we come back and we want to spin around and on a small ramp like we did there before, it's really easy to do that. Where a lot of other aircraft would either can't quite make that turn, right? If they have a steerable nose wheel, or they're kind of dragging the nose, or you have to use a lot of power to make it happen. Sure. This is very low power, very easy, graceful way to turn the airplane around.
That was an incredibly easy start sequence. And the flows are very simplistic.
Yeah.
Not nearly as complex as a Pilatus.
Yes, yep.
And I like the heads up for both pilot and co-pilot.
Yeah.
So the situational awareness and the ergonomic design, it's really, really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're both independent, so each PFD is running off from its own pitot, static, AOA, temperature probe. So you have duplicated and redundant data between the two sides. If one side has failed in any way, you can borrow that information and display it on the other side. We also have each our own AOA gauge, which is what's that little dial up in the front there. So on final, or really in any situation, but most importantly as you're coming into land, you have a very accurate depiction as to where you are reference stall. So the bottom of the red arc is when the stick shaker would engage, and the top of the red arc is where the stick pusher would engage.
Okay.
That number is about 0.8 at the bottom where the shaker starts. If we were doing a kind of a normal approach, it's going to be around 0.5 on the AOA. If you're kind of doing a high performance, short as you can land approach, about 0.6 on the AOA works well.
Okay. That's very helpful.
Okay, so our lineup items are 2 buttons, pitot, stall, heat together, and landing lights.
I'm impressed with how easy the flows are.
Yeah.
And how few steps there are.
Yeah, it's definitely geared toward single pilot operations, and not that you can't use a checklist to verify all these things, but the flows are almost self-checking.
Yes.
You just push the buttons in order. You always do it the same way every time. Okay, away we go. So runway heading. So we just push it to the stop. Torque limiter will set power.
That's incredible.
We're going to rotate about 85 knots. As mentioned, all the way up to 12.5 degrees.
That acceleration's impressive.
Very impressive.
So is this deck angle. Wow.